The goal for today's video is to make a little bit of string. My own handmade rope from tree bark. I'm not even sure what kind of wood it is that I'm using. I'll be looking that up. I'll place it in the description or something. If I even can bother to find out. Wood is wood, you know? A lot of bark on it. This might work. I probably could have used a saw, but I like the axe. I'm trying to find somewhere to set up my camera, my cell phone, to be honest, my mobile phone. And I don't have a stand for it. So if anyone has a suggestion for a phone camera stand tripod thing, just yeah, link me in the comments. Tell me about it. Fuck. That's a decently long one. This, to be as long as possible, is actually quite difficult. I don't know if there's a technique for it. I might look it up online. Oh, just broken too. Gonna have a long day ahead of us, or more like maybe 20 minutes, because that's how much time I reckon I have before I have to go down and work on our house. Currently renovating, and since I'm living at home, kind of just helping out. Whew. But I needed a project because while the countryside is beautiful, it can get a bit boring. Not sure how much of it is visible. You might see one little piece, but it is snowing. Yeah, you should see that. As you can see here, taking the bark or the plant fibers, whatever you want to call them, tied them together at the end. Then we got to twist them. I'm not sure how best to do this. I'm thinking about putting it in here to have something that holds it, because then I don't have to sit and hold it between my feet. Bad news, boys. At some point, I must have stepped on one of the fibers I was going to use and ripped it off. Now I have to look in the pile and see if there's another suitable match for this beautiful piece of bark. Alright. Whew. Hopefully this new camera angle is going to work. I found a different set of bark that fit just perfectly with the old piece. I've tied them together, although a bit makeshift with other pieces of bark. So we're gonna try twisting them and hope we get a decent piece. I want this to be as strong as possible, given that it's gonna turn into a bowstring. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna manage to twist this whole thing without it letting go. Hopefully. I want to make it clear that this is not some sort of expert DIY survival YouTube channel. I'm figuring this out as I make it. Like for the rope bit, I watched I read a wiki how. This seems like it's going to be sufficiently strong. Assuming that I make it, right? You know? Let's see if we can put it between my feet. Alright, now it's all coming off. That's great. However, what if I managed to do this anyway? Ooh. I don't have the artisan skill to be doing this. Maybe by the time I've made a few videos, done this a few times. I feel like towards the end of this, I'm going to accidentally let go and all my work is going to be ruined. It broke. Alright. I think we're going to use this. Make shorter pieces of rope, string, whatever, and putting them together. Because the long piece is going to take way too much time, concentration, and it's like if you fail, you've undone all of your work. So, smaller pieces it is. I already have a lot of them prepared. So whenever I tried to tie these two together, I always managed to break the bark that I'm using. So I guess this is going to be practice to just be able to discern which ones are stronger and which ones are weaker. So one thing that I learned is that if you try to tie them too hard, or too tight, obviously the bark is just going to break. So I decided to tie it twice. It's not going to make a very long piece of rope in the end, but hopefully. All right. Don't copyright strike me. It's gonna be so bad for my channel. Was my singing that bad? This is so far. Ooh, I almost ripped the bark that I'm using. Oh shit. It's not very flexible over here. I think it has like a tiny bit of wood under it. So that's something I also need to make sure when I try to get the bark off. Alright, I think I'm gonna tie it here. No. Too weak. It's like you have to find the fine line between too strong and or like too hard and too weak. This piece seems rather good actually. Wow. I can't let go of the string. I have a couple of tries. Huh. All right. So, makeshift as it is, we have managed to make our own little rope. A piece of string or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm not sure how much time I have left at the moment. So I'm gonna clean this up and maybe leave it for tomorrow. I think either I'm gonna make more off camera or I'm gonna do a video where I try to combine this with other pieces of rope to make it longer and then make it into a bowstring. Hopefully. I mean, if you look at this thing, which is almost, yeah, it's pretty much my arm length, my reach. And if you think that we need maybe this much up to here, this is how much we have. We have about a 4 for a 5th. So I made that little piece here today. The other day I made this. This isn't as good, but I think it will do. If we stretch it out, it will become straight, obviously. And yeah, I have another crappy piece behind here. This one's a bit longer. So hopefully I should be able to combine them all into a bowstring eventually. Yeah, so if you like this video, if you want to help me fight my boredom out in the countryside here, leave a comment with suggestions for what I should do next, because I don't have much ideas beyond the string and the bow. I'm sure I'll come up with something, but do help me out. If you like the video, like it please, helps me out, and subscribe for more. Thank you, peace.